The bedroom was alive with chaos, tiny feet scuttling across the wooden floor, soft squeals of protest, and the occasional thump as Hannah darted behind the bed and around the dresser. Stop running, John Hannah. It's time for your night bath. You called to your voice, carrying equal parts exhaustion and authority. But the little 4-year-old Hannah, the miniature tornado of energy she had inherited from her father, only laughed, bouncing on the balls of her feet. No, I don't want to bath. I want to play, she squealed, clinging to her favorite stuffed bunny, spinning in a little circle before darting towards the door. You groaned, hands on your hips, for a moment watching her tiny silhouette zigzag across the room. Hannah, don't even think about running past me again. You shouted, your voice sharper through your heart couldn't help but soften at the sight of her little face flushed with excitement. She turned her head slightly, giving you a mischievous smile. I'm too fast, Mama, you can't catch me, she taunted, her giggles filling the room like music. You sighed dramatically, letting your arms fall to your sides before lunging after her. I will catch you, young lady, and when I do, you are going straight into that bathtub, understand? Hannah squealed in delight, running towards the bed, then skidding around the corner of the wardrobe like she was an racetrack. You will never catch me, she shouted, her voice echoing against the walls, her little legs moving faster than you could keep up with. After about 15 minutes of chasing, your lungs burning and your cheeks flushed, you finally sank onto the sofa, letting your body collapse against the cushions. I can't do this anymore, you muttered, closing your eyes for a brief second, chest heaving. Hannah paused at the other side of the room, her tiny chest rising and falling as she panted from the exertion. She tilted her head, looking at you with wide innocent eyes, that glow of the ceiling lights reflecting off her mischievous grin. And just then the front door opens, revealing a tired Jungkook. The moment Jungkook entered the room, Hannah's ears perked up and she bolted towards the door like a rocket. Papa, she squealed, her little arms flailing in excitement. Before you could even warn her, she collided with him, and he scooped her up effortlessly, spinning her around in a joyful embrace. Hannah giggled, her tiny feet kicking as Jungkook held her close. Papa, she repeated, her voice high with happiness. Jungkook's eyes fell on you, lounging on the sofa with your hands resting on your round pregnant belly, a soft sheen of sweat on your forehead and your hair slightly moist from the 15 minutes chase. He immediately sat Hannah down on his lap and sat beside you, concern written all over his face. Hey, what's wrong? Why do you look so exhausted? He asked softly, brushing a strand of hair behind your ear and looking at you with those warm, gentle eyes that always seemed to see right through you. You let out a tired sigh, smiling faintly despite your exhaustion. I was running after Hannah, trying to get her to take her bath. She ran everywhere for like 15 minutes, and I'm tired, Cook. You admitted, your voice soft but tinged with frustration and amusement at the same time. Jungkook's gaze shifted to Hannah, who was now pouting, crossing her arms, and looking like the tiniest little rebel in the world. He crouched slightly to her level, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. Hannah, look at me, baby, he said gently. Your mama is 9 months pregnant with your twin brothers or sister. Do you understand? Running around like that isn't good for her. She could fall or the babies could get hurt. Hannah's pout softened, her eyes widening as she realized her mistake. I'm sorry, Mama, she said softly, looking up at you with genuine remorse. She then placed her small hands on your belly and whispered, I'm sorry, babies, I won't run so fast anymore. Her voice barely above a whisper. You felt your heart swell with love and a hint of amusement, smiling at the sight of your little girl taking responsibility in her own sweet way. Jungkook chuckled softly, leaning back slightly, wrapping an arm around your shoulder to pull you close for a brief, reassuring hug. See, she said sorry and she promised to be good, he murmured, pressing a gentle kiss to her temple. Then, turning his attention back to Hannah, he grinned mischievously, his eyes sparkling with playful authority. Well, since you made Mama so tired, I think tonight you are taking your bath with Papa. How does that sound? Hannah's eyes lit up instantly, sparkling with pure joy. Really? With you, Papa? She squealed, clapping her hands together like she would just won the biggest prize in the world. Jungkook's lips curled into a warm, teasing smile. Yes, finally. No mama tonight. I'll take care of you, all right? He said, lifting her up once more, cradling her in his arms. Hannah giggled, wrapping her tiny arms around his neck. And his gaze swept the room. His eyes landed on the chaos. The scattered toys, the overturned cushions, the blanket dropped over the corner of the sofa, and a trail of what seemed like little footprints everywhere. He raised a perfectly groomed eyebrow, a mix of amusement and warning in his expression. Huh? Looks like a hurricane passed through here, he said lightly. Then he leaned closer to you, brushing a soft kiss across your lips and placing a gentle hand on your baby bum. Don't even think about cleaning this mess, he murmured in a low, soothing tone. I'll take care of everything after the bath. You just sit here, rest, and breathe, okay? You let out a tired laugh, leaning into his chest for a moment before standing and watching him. Are you sure you're okay handling Hannah alone? You asked, glancing at the little tornado in his arms. He grinned, his confidence radiating as he ruffled Hannah's hair. Of course I am. Don't worry, Mama. I have got this. He replied, his voice both comforting and filled with pride. Then, with a soft chuckle, he added, now get ready for some peace after this little whirlpool takes her bath. Hannah squealed happily, clutching him tightly as he began walking towards the bathroom. Wait, wait, Papa, I'll help you pour the water, she exclaimed, tugging at his arm. Don't worry, baby girl, Jungkook said, laughing softly as he carried her into the bathroom. Papa's got everything under control. You just relax and let me handle it. You sank back into the sofa, finally allowing yourself a moment of rest, watching as he disappeared into the bathroom with Hannah in his arms. The faint sound of her giggles and his soft, playful scolding echoed through the apartment, filling it with warmth. For a moment, all the exhaustion, chaos, and tension of the day melted away, leaving only the perfect image of your little family, the father, the daughter, and the mother sitting quietly, heart full of love, watching over the tiny chaos that was your life now, richer than ever.